Welcome to Cinemondo Shots with Kathy, Mark, and Burke. Hi. This is the thing where we pull something out of a hat. We pull the name of a movie or a movie star or something that we either like or don't like, something weird, something interesting, out of a hat, and then we discuss it for 10 minutes.
10 long minutes.
And then at 10 minutes, something happens. And then
The
something
Wilhelm scream. Wilhelm screams, and we stop. And whoever's talking
has to take a shot.
right here, Highland Park Scotch.
And we've
It's not
just
like it's punishment. It's a fun thing
It's
to
just, yeah.
and already
We're
today
luscious.
we've filmed 40 episodes
Yes.
of
And I've
today.
And it's 20 each. I haven't. I've gotten away with it.
do. Mario had one shot.
But anyway,
Anyway, here's the hat. The hat of Devo.
The Devo hat. Let you pull it this time.
Okay,
me?
get it.
Should I take a really long time? And I have Yellow Brick Road.
I bet Burke hasn't seen this one. And I actually don't know any of the principles involved.
And I'm going to start
Did not
the timer.
expect it to come out already.
And can we talk about just conceptually the
Yes.
Elton John album as where to...
Or we can talk about
inspiration?
Wizard of Oz.
The
I can
Wizard
talk
of
about
Oz?
that for a while.
That's true.
And you know, at the beginning when she starts dancing down the spiral, one is yellow and then there's one is red. Where does the red brick road go?
That goes
To hell.
To hell.
Definitely hell. Red is not good. Anytime you see red, it means stop or don't go.
Doesn't
or,
go like to the Ruby City.
The Ruby City.
Ruby City would be really pretty.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It probably just goes directly to Kansas in 40 feet or something.
It goes to Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah.
That's where it goes.
Can you tell we don't know anything about this movie? So this movie,
So Yellow Brick Road is a film?
it's a film. It's actually one of these horror films that's kind of an existential alternate reality film. These people go in the woods for a hike. It's a group of friends. And then they start hearing these weird sounds. And something doesn't feel quite right. It's like there's you can tell I've had a few shots. I'm like, quite right. But so things start happening where they keep getting blocked from going somewhere. There's like an invisible force field, or they start having these weird, people start having these weird thoughts in their heads, they want to do something super violent. They're starting to be affected by something in this area. And they have probably one of the most disturbing violent murder scenes I think I've seen in a movie.
Is it recent, this movie? I mean, when did it come out?
Probably about 5 years ago.
Okay.
5 years ago. It has the key art is a woman screaming, and she's got her hand out, and she's being dragged back. But so there's a scene where they're all on this hillside, and they're trying to decide where to go next because they're basically lost. None of their devices work, no compasses. They don't know which way to go.
Cell phones don't work.
There's no cell phones. No cell service. And so one of their friends is out. They're up on the hill. They're trying to get to where they can see. And then one of their other friends was following her up there. And all of a sudden, he just kind of goes crazy and he starts attacking her. And he literally pulls her leg off. But the whole thing is shot from really far away of the friends watching it going, what's he doing? What? And they can't get to her to help her because they're so far away. The fact it was so far away and tiny and so deadpan is so creepy.
Yeah.
So I thought that was one of the most creepy things I've seen. But it has a really cool kind of alternate reality idea. Mm-hmm. So we can talk a little bit about other movies kind of like that, which are, like horror in the woods kind of movies. Or
Well, I think of Blair Witch because there's they kind of get lost.
Yep,
They can't
Blair
seem to
Witch.
figure out their way, and things seem like they're trapped, but they can't. They're not really trapped,
Right.
but they are.
But the idea of something not being what it seems, sort of like
Right.
Cabin in the Woods or...
Yeah, or do you ever see that movie Triangle?
No.
Was it Triangle,
No.
the one on the ship? Do you ever see that?
Triangle. I've seen circle. I've seen rhombus. No,
I think it's called Triangle.
Parallelogram is one of my favorites.
Oh, all right.
No, triangle. No, it on a ship.
It's
no.
sort of another one of
like
those
a Bermuda Triangle.
alternate. I think that's sort of what they were going for.
Okay.
It's sort of another alternate reality, like what's happening and what's not happening kind of idea.
I love movies like that.
It's really good. She ends up on this deserted ship that's really creepy, and there's sort of these, people come back from the dead, but is it real or is it not real? We don't know. It's
I
very
want to go back to when you talk about far away. You see something in a movie that gets me too. Like if
Yes.
stuff that's right up in front of your face, but if I see something that's way off in the corner of a field and something happens, or somebody's just staring at the camera, that's creepy.
Or something
'Cause
that
in
the
real life, that's creepy.
something that the filmmaking technique isn't trying to draw your attention to, that you
Right.
see on your own. You feel like you're seeing it on your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's movies that have done that in the past. Like Blowout kind of has that.
Yeah.
De Palma, the stuff that's in the back. Like if you watch Blowout again,
Here's the key art. See,
I've
how's the
never
one
heard
being
it.
dragged? I was looking it up because I want to give people credit because it's actually a really cool movie. It has a very strange ending. A lot of people may not be happy with the ending, but the build up to it, they have this weird abstract violence. Like they're walking along this trail and someone just jumps off the cliff. Boom, gone. No one reacts. No one does anything. They don't even realize it happens. It's this strange alternate reality kind of stuff.
Is it just like a slasher kind of
It's not really a slasher, but well, kind of. You don't know like if someone in the group is going to turn on them and kill them
Right.
all. Yeah, it says
is it a Shudder? Did you see it on Shudder?
I saw it on Netflix actually, but it has bounced around.
Okay,
I saw it a
okay.
while ago.
Netflix.
I watched it a couple times. I actually showed it to my husband, and he wasn't happy with me.
No, I love movies where you just like things are off.
Yeah.
and that's
Something's going on here, and you stay with it
Okay.
because you want to find out what it is.
So we'll read you the wiki because shots.
Yeah.
So it's a 2010 horror film by Jesse Holland and Andy Mitten that stars Cassidy Freeman. It's about the expedition to discover the fate of an entire town that disappeared into the wilderness 70 years earlier. Yeah, so they're going for a hike, trying to figure out where did the city go, what happened.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
It's actually really fun.
Color me intrigued.
So of 300 people, only a few were recovered. So they're trying to figure out what happened to all these people.
yeah.
Well, it sounds like that thing that really happened, right? The mystery of the Roanoke.
Right. That's right. It's sort of that's what American Horror Story covered that.
Oh, okay.
They did a Roanoke.
Yeah. What happened to this town?
That was the true crime version of American Horror Story.
okay. I
Where
didn't
they
see
did
that one.
interviews. What was confusing about that, and now we're going off from Yellow Brick, but they had, true crime shows. They have the crime, the real people talking about the crime, and then they have a reenactment of the
Right.
things they're talking about.
Yeah.
So they have these actors playing people who are real, and then they have actors doing the reenactments. So you get kind of confused on which ones are real because you're like, wait, Sarah Paulson's in the reality one, or is she in the one they're reenacting? So it gets very meta and weird.
Yeah.
I don't like reenactments.
Like I saw a recent documentary where I realized it was reenactments, and it bummed me out a little bit because it's like I'd rather almost hear somebody talking about it as opposed to somebody sort of reconstructing.
see the real
Unless it's
person.
done really well, I guess.
Well, they
Yeah.
sometimes do both. So they'll have someone talk about it, and then they'll have a little illustration of what they're talking about.
But sometimes when it's confusing, it kind of takes you out of the story because you're trying to put the facts together in your mind when you're like, okay, is this the person, or is this a reenactment, or is that actual video of this happening? Or
And sometimes they try to make it seem like
Yeah.
a real video, like they're trying to make it like in Super 8, but it's a reenactment.
surveillance camera or something.
Yeah.
But they usually have like actual police video if it's
right,
one of
right,
those things.
Right.
But there's a lot of movies too about those like the old mysteries that people try and solve, which I've always kind of liked those too. That horror movie, like going back to the past and trying to figure that out.
Yeah, Armchair Detectives.
Armchair Detectives.
But this sounds a bit like maybe it's a little bit like The Ruins.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, it's got definitely a supernatural slant because these people are being affected by some strange,
Anything in
Evil
the
spirits.
woods, there was what was that British film that came out where the four guys are going hiking in the woods?
Wasn't The Ruins?
No. It was the Ruins of the one. That's down in,
it was The Ritual.
The Ritual.
Yes. It was a lot like The Ritual.
Yeah.
Where it starts feeling very grounded, but then it gets it goes off on this sort of weird tangent of supernatural. Yeah. If you like The Ritual, you'll probably like this.
Would I like it?
I think,
Did you see The Ritual?
no, yes, no, yeah. I think you would like it.
I thought
It's
The Ritual
original.
Well, I want to see Yellow Brick Road, but The Ritual I thought was pretty darn good.
I really
And
like The
I thought
Ritual.
the monster at the end is fantastic.
I thought it was really cool,
Yeah.
and it was
Recent
actually
movie?
really scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like last year, British film.
Okay.
Is it British? Scottish?
British or Scottish or Irish?
Yeah.
Sorry,
It
I
has
don't know.
beautiful landscapes.
And it's 4 guys going out, almost like Caliber, but it's 4 guys going out camping, and then of course there's interplay with them, and then things just start getting weird.
Well, it's kind of like Bullitt County, where there's friends with secrets,
Right.
and there's some tragedy, and they're all like sort of there's this weird emotional interplay.
And there's stuff in it that was going back to what I was talking about earlier about showing the camera, and then you have to see it or you don't see it. Like there's one scene in The Ritual where there's just this hand over around a tree, like a weird looking hand, but there's no drawing attention. It's just there. And
Oh,
then they
just
cut
in the shot.
Yeah, and it's just
Creepy.
like, ooh, yeah, stuff like that.
That's
so.
creepy.
And I thought, going back to Blowout, De Palma did that really well in that early scene. Like, if you go back, Lithgow is the killer is underneath, like, the trestle.
Right.
And it's like he's moving there. But you have to see it 2 or 3 times to
Yeah.
notice it. I love stuff like that.
And you really feel like you're seeing it.
Yeah.
You found something.
Right, exactly. I love that. Oh, my God, it's so good. Don't point towards it. Just kind of, it's there.
Yeah.
Or even The Haunting of Hill House did that. A lot of ghosts that the series where you didn't know they were in the scene. They're just sort of there in the background, and you can only catch it like the
And I
second.
never saw any of those because I
didn't
wasn't
either.
focusing on
Nope.
them. But there's tons of them,
Yeah.
right? That's so cool.
I saw a couple.
You did?
The clock
Yeah.
fixer, the clock,
Well, I saw that one, but
Well,
that was because it was so obvious.
and we didn't
Yeah.
know it was a ghost.
But then there was the scary stuff in the shadows and the
Reflections.
windows. Yeah.
Yeah, very creepy.
Yeah. So Yellow Brick Road,
Yellow Brick Road.
good call. I
Let's
like
see
that.
how far we are on the timer here. Let's see if I can trick somebody into. Oh,
Oh, nobody wants to talk. Oh shit!
busted. That was when I looked. There was like 5 seconds left, so I was like, it's like, Mark, a final word.
Cheers, y'all.
I love it. Drinking.
It's the Wilhelm scream.
Oh my gosh.
We could do a whole deep dive episode about the Wilhelm scream.
Or at least 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
We're getting a lot of movies that, I should have watched more recently. But I will watch them again now.
I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, I might even
Definitely.
watch it.
Yeah.
It's actually really fun because we're not even supposed to be talking about it. We're done.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we're
See ya.
done.
Bye.
That's the end. Thanks for joining us in the Cinemondo shot. And until next time, this is Cinemondo signing off.